Ayun. Hello po sa inyong lahat dyan at I believe kayo po ay blessed ngayon. And of course, welcome to our podcast, The Jomeldy Experience. And for those of you who are joining us and listening with us for the first time, welcome po kayo. And if you're wondering why the Jomeldy Experience, because I share my experiences and we share our experiences together. So email me your experiences at jomeldygreat at gmail.com, and you can visit my Facebook page po para at least ay meron kayong idea saan nyo ko hanapin at saan po kayo mag-email. And yeah, I'm so excited for today's episode dahil ito pong isa-share ko sa inyo ay experiential. And I know some of you here na-experience nyo na rin itong mga bagay-bagay na ito. At mamaya po, tatango kayo. Oo nga. Diba? And sa mga previous listeners po natin, di ba kayo natutuwa ngayon? Nakikita nyo na ako ngayon. Level up na tayo at nag-grow na tayo. Not just in stature, but in spirit and sa technology. And by the way, thank you po sa inyong suporta, sa inyo pong pag-share, pakikinig. Though hindi pa tayo ganun kalaki, lagi ko sinasabi to. But sooner or later, we will reach a lot of people, and yun po talagang heart ko is to encourage the people. And this is not just for the church people, but also for the corporate and for every individual, right? At sobrang excited ako dito sa mga podcast and episodes natin. Actually, nagra-rumble yung mga episodes sa utak ko eh. Ano bang unahin ko? Gusto kong i-tackle ito, gusto kong i-topic to. Pero ang sinishare ko po, ang mga pinaprioritize ko, yung mga na-observe ko sa sarili ko at yung mga sa kapaligiran. Alam niyo yun. So I have to do that and I have to express it para po at least ako'y aware din kayo. Kaya nga experience ito. So the Jomeldy Experience. So, yan lang, little bit of background lang po kung anong ginagawa natin sa buhay. And konting update lang, today is Wednesday. At wala po kaming pasok ngayon. Ay, hindi naman sa walang pasok, kundi hindi na kami pinapasok ng boss namin na si Bishop. Alright? Wait lang, ayan. Okay. Oh, by the way, ito pong podcast na to, ulitin ko po sa lahat po ng mga bagong listeners natin. This is just a raw conversation. Kasi gusto kong parang kinakausap nyo lang ako at parang, alam mo yun, parang nakikinig lang kayo sa raw na conversation. Kaya walang mga editing at walang mga tunog-tunog ito. Something like that. May hinanap lang ako. Right. Okay. So, ayun po, konting update. Ngayon po ay brownout sa amin. From 7 a.m. hanggang 7 p.m. Shout out po sa ating NGCP. Kasi nagbigay sila ng memo na magkakaroon ng power interruption from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Kaya kaninang umaga nagising na ako. 7 a.m. Of course, maga po ako nagigising and I have to be productive. Kasi nga nag-chat yung bishop. Sabi niya, wag na kayong pupunta sa office. Work from home kayo kasi mainit ngayon. And by the way, speaking of init, dami po mga schools na kinancel at nagkaroon ng memo na wag na kang papasok dahil nga sobrang init, especially dyan sa part ng Bulacan at Pangasinan. Dito sa Tarlac, mainit din po dito. Pero praise God, hindi siya ganoon kainit. Though pinagpapawisan ako ngayon kasi wala pong aircon. So, pero of course, I have to compose myself. I have to be productive. Early this morning, I did my devotion. I was reading Acts chapter 1 and chapter 2. Kasi pinag-aaralan ko yung after resurrection. And yun, of course, bago ako nag-devotion, I have to buy coffee. Diba? Pick up coffee, baka naman, diba? Wala ba tayong pa-spawn? So, ayun, kasi pampagana yan, pag umaga. Pero ang binili ko, cold. Mm-hmm. So, ayun, I have to be productive today, dahil yun, kailangan kong gawin yung series namin ngayon kasi we are opening a brand new series this Sunday and we're calling it Secret. Abangan nyo na lang po on Sunday kasi Dapat surprise siya. Though, I already emailed the abstract of our series. Kasi po, pag gumagawa ako ng series, buo na yon. So, for example, yung series po natin ngayon, we'll talk about the grace of the Lord, and then we'll run for 4 weeks. So, I have to send the abstract. Kung ano yung laman nun, per week, nandun na yun. Kasi ang hirap po nung hindi nila masusundan yun, especially mga coaches at mga coordinators. So, I have to send it prior the, di ba, para may coordination at para may collaboration. And yun, we'll run for 4 weeks, and then week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, and then some instructions so that they can follow the whole series. Kasi last week, we just landed our series, di ba po? I don't know if you are listening with that series, yung pong At All Costs. And At All Costs is the theme of our deep and wide youth ministry for the whole year. So, we just started our year na having that series At All Costs. At all costs, loving one another. At all costs, loving the Lord. At all costs, si Jesus, mahal tayo, etc., etc. And then last week, I extended that series. Supposed to be 12 weeks lang po yun eh. Pero ginawa ko siyang 13 kasi Resurrection Sunday. So, at all costs, paano namatay si Jesus. At all costs, paano siya nabuhay, and now we're alive in Him. So, ayun, nakaka-bless dahil we are getting better. And I felt like ako po, personally, I'm growing when it comes to leadership. Our leadership sa youth ay nag-grow, may mga tension, may mga hypertension, diba? May mga, pero walang division. Lord, I cancel that in Jesus' name. We rebuke that, Lord. So, ako naniniwala ko in every leadership, kapag nag-grow, may mga tension yan, diba? For example, sa kumpanya nyo rin, kapag merong mga changes, may mga pagbabago at may mga growth at may mga maturity nangyayari, for sure may tension. Kapag ang goma in-stretch mo, for sure may tension yan, di ba? Hindi nai-stretch ang isang bagay kapag walang tension or vice versa. Kapag may stretching, may tension. At kapag may tension, you have to take care of your decisions, you have to take care of your heart, you have to stay composed, which is yun po yung topic natin. Alam ko, aware kayo bago nyo pinundit itong episode na to. You have to stay composed. At marami po sa atin dito. Okay, isa-isahin natin yung mga problema. No? Isa-isahin natin. Kasi, whether you like it or not, especially po ako, no? Nagpapastor ako. And I'm doing the calling. Of course, I don't see it as a job. I don't see it as a work, but it is a calling from the Lord. But of course, that's my job. That's my work, right? Doon po sa part ng work ko sa church, okay, mamaya punta tayo sa corporate, church setting. I work in a non-profit organization. And my role, my job, and my work is to encourage and inspire the people to serve the Lord. I'm leading them the way. How to serve the Lord. I'm encouraging them to keep the main thing to be the main, because the main thing is to keep the main thing to be the main thing. Alright? So, and the main thing is to make disciples. To encourage them to serve the Lord, make disciples, magnify God and make disciples. And of course, itong mga taong nandito po, hindi po sila bayad, di ba? Kaya somehow ang hirap magpastor. It's the hardest. It's, but it's the happiest calling, I believe. Kaya ako po, ang trabaho ko bilang nagpapastor at bilang leader is to keep these people encouraged, keep these people inspired to serve the Lord. Of course, you have to bear in mind that they're doing that not for the pastors, not for someone else. It's for the Lord. To follow na lang yung loving your pastors, loving your leaders, loving the community. Kasi naniniwala po ko na magnifying God and loving the people will lead you to love the people, right? Love God and love people, right? Because you cannot love the people without loving God. When you love the Lord, it follows yung pong part na loving the people, right? So, Ako po, ang role ko bilang pastor, bilang leader sa church setting is to keep that spirit of volunteerism, right? Hey, our heart is to serve the Lord by serving the community, right? We're reaching the lost, we're reaching the campuses, we're reaching the community, we're reaching the clans, and ako po ang work ko is to train these people, to coach these people, right? I'm studying ng MA sa guidance and counseling for myself. I don't think so. It's for them. So, yung mga natututunan ko po mga philosophies and mga therapies, tinuturo ko sa kanila. So, we're paying thousands of pesos to acquire knowledge, not diploma and not degrees, to acquire knowledge and experiences so that I can share it to other people. That's my heart. That's my job. And, of course, I'm working po sa setting ng mga tao dito, volunteers. Hindi ka pwedeng mag-demand, hindi ka pwedeng mag-control, hindi ka pwedeng manigaw, hindi ka pwedeng manapak, lalo na. So, one of the things na kailangan mong gawin kapag nasa church setting ka or maybe if you're working sa isang non-profit organization or sa isang charity, whatever, kasi you're inspiring the people, is that you have to compose yourself. Every day, you need composure. Bakit? Kapag sinigawan mo itong mga volunteers na to, man, iiwan ka nila. Iiwan nila yung ginagawa nila. So, hindi ko sinasabi na i-please mo sila. Alright? May mga parts na ako po nagagalit. May mga parts na ako po ay talagang, in general, talagang pumuputok ako, di ba? But you have to compose yourself after that. Kasi, whether you like it or not, even in the corporate, kapag boss ka at kapag manager ka, I worked in corporate for how many years? 3 years? 4 years? I've seen the heart, I've seen the system and kalakaran ng corporate. Sa corporate, pwede kang pagalitan, pwede kang sigawan eh. Diba? Ng boss mo at wala kang magagawa doon kung hindi sumunod kasi required ka, obliged ka kasi you are paid. Period. And the company won't be bothered kung umalis ka o hindi or mag-resign ka o hindi kasi natutuloy ang kumpanya nila kahit wala ka. But of course, sa mga instances na kailangan nila itong manager na to or director na to kasi asset sila. Pero if hindi ko na minamaliit yung mga rank and file. Ako kasi rank and file before. I was bullied, I was dragged to somewhere else. Something like that. At nakita ko doon sa part na yun. Yes, you're bullied. Yes, you're being talked to. But you have to compose yourself. I have to earn for a living, di ba? I have to do something para magtagal ako dito at ma-regular ako. When I was working po sa casino, I was an HR personnel. Hirap. Hirap, Mars. So, I have to compose myself. May mga parts doon na ayaw nila sa'yo kasi favorite ka ng manager kahit hindi ka naman ganun kagaling. Di ba? Yung mga part na ganun. So, pag-uusapan ka, may mga words pa nga siya, na-stress ka rin pala. Di ba? Ganun yung mga words sa akin. And, nilulunok ko yun and I have to compose myself kasi pag nabad trip ako, nag-resign ako agad, naku, wala akong kikitain dito. Kailangan ko mag-gain itong experience na to at kailangan ko mag-gain itong salary na to. Something like that. Sa corporate. Napakahalaga nung kino-compose mo yung sarili mo dahil when you're not composed at nagpadala ka sa sitwasyon at sa mga taong bumubuli sa iyo at mga taong na-annoy ka, everything will fall apart. The company, yourself, and your community, and your dreams. When you're in the setting wherein you deal with people, you have to accept that for sure mayroong problema dyan. Lahat naman po ng ginagawa natin is for the people eh. While you're working in IT, it's for the people. Even though you're virtually working your stuff, you do that for the people. Diba? May mga tinatype ka doon, it's for the people. Nasa church setting ka, it's for the people. Nasa gobyerno ka, it's for the people. nasa food chain ka, it's for the people. And remember this, every time you deal with people, may problema at may problema. You have to recognize that. That in every situation, every time you deal with people, and in every scenario na may, na may tao, for sure, may problema. For sure, may problema. And I don't know kung naranasan nyo na po itong mga parts na to. Yung kahit hindi kayo nag-uusap ng isang tao, naiinis ka. Yung nandyan lang siya, parang ang bigat ng ambience. Nandyan lang siya, parang nakaupo lang siya dyan. Facial expressions, nakikinig pero something like that. Nakaka-annoy. Na-experience ko na po ba yan? Yes! Oftentimes, a lot of times. During our coachings, during our trainings, may mga parts na nadidistract ka talaga yung kahit ayaw mong ma-distract, pero pag nakita mo yung kasi hindi mo pwedeng hindi siya tignan eh. Hindi mo siya pwedeng hindi tignan itong mga tao. Of course, you have to do eye contacts. Pero may mga parts na nadidistract ka kasi annoyed ka. Kasi parang hindi siya sold out. Kasi parang hindi siya believe, hindi siya niniwala sa vision. Or parang ayaw niya maki-immerse dun sa community kasi meron siyang insecurity at meron siyang dinadala. I don't know kung ano yung dinadala. Pwede bang iwan mo muna ngayon sa bahay mo, di ba? Pwede bang magsaya ka muna dito? A lot of times, during our mentorings, during our trainings, during preachings, but man, you have to compose yourself. Kasi kung hindi, merong 40 nakikinig sa'yo at may isang taong facial expression, bad trip, may insecurity, something. Yung 39 lahat madadamay. So my technique is this. I don't look at him. I don't look at her. Tumitingin ako doon sa mga taong excited. Tumitingin ako doon sa mga taong believe. Tumitingin ako doon sa mga taong may passion. And that keeps me composed. Kasi kapag hindi mo na-keep yung composure mo, ma-obvious nila yun. Mahalata nila yun. And everyone will be distracted. Everyone will be annoyed. At hindi lang po ito sa during the lessons or during trainings, no? Kundi sa part din ng buhay mo. May mga part talaga na may mga hecklers ka. May mga bashers ka, may mga haters ka. Now, ang tanong, magpapadala kami doon sa mga hecklers mo at sa mga haters mo. And remember this, kapag may hecklers ka, kapag may mga haters ka, may mga bashers ka, sometimes, that is one of the indicatives that you're doing great. Kasi bakit? Napapansin ka eh. Alam niyo po sa advertising at sa marketing, dalawa lang po ang napapansin. Yung boring at yung exaggerated. Kapag nasa middle ka, hindi ka napapansin. Maybe, nandun ka sa dalawang yun. Boring ka. Ano ba naman yun? Walang ano. Or maybe you're doing great. Kaya ka may hater, kaya ka may basher, maybe they're insecure, and maybe they're so jealous with what you're doing. Minsan, alam niyo po yun, sobrang gandang indicative na meron kang basher. Bakit ka may basher? Kasi you're doing great. And tanggapin po natin na hindi lahat ng tao ay maniniwala sa vision mo. Hindi lahat ng tao ay sasama doon sa community mo. Hindi lahat ng tao ay magiging involved doon sa community. And if you have that perspective, you will stay composed. Pero naniniwala ako, for example, out of 40, meron dyan at least 5, at least 7, at least kalahati na magiging sold out at maniniwala sa vision mo. Doon ka mag-stick. Hindi ko sinasabi mo, pabayaan mo sila. But you have to prioritize these people. You have to be with the movers. If merong mga hindi sold out, you love them, yes. Huwag mo silang parang sabihin na wala akong paalam na sa inyo. No, huwag mo sabihin yun. I love these people, I'm with you still, but I will go with the movers. Kasi if you will keep on looking and, thinking of those dramas, minsan yun ang nagpapabagal sa atin. Minsan po, 70% ng tinatrabaho natin sa church or sa corporate or sa family natin or sa sarili natin ay nakafocus dun sa problema. Kaya ang bagal ng usad natin eh. Why don't you focus doon sa 30% or 20% that will give result doon sa 80%? Pareto principle. Remember that? Don't focus doon sa problema. Yes, may time yan paano maayos. Ako po, paano ko kinocompose yung sarili ko pag may mga problems? Teka, yes, may problems. Ako po kasi nagmamature na eh. Dati kasi talaga papatulan ko yun eh. Kasi passionate ako, malakas pa ako. Pero right now, I'm choosing my battles. Okay? If that is what you want, alright. Alright. I shared my vision. I cannot change your heart. God is the only person who can change your heart. God is the only being who can change your heart. Jesus is the only, being who can change your heart. Something like that. Si Lord na bahala sa'yo. Basta ako, I shared my vision. I shared my heart. And I believe with all my heart, not everybody will join the vision. Not everybody. May mga Sanballat at mayroong mga Tobias talaga. Remember that. But like Nehemiah, you have to stay composed. Doon sa calling mo. I have to build this city. I have to rebuild the walls. Or else, maraming mas maapektuhan. Can you get me? Do you get me? So, ang dami mga natatalo kapag hindi mo nakocompose yung sarili mo. So, yung perspective po natin sobrang halaga nun eh. Number one is, how do I see myself? Diba? Teka, paano ko i-compose itong sitwasyon na ito? Yung sarili ko sa sitwasyon na to? How do I see myself? Nakabase ba yung sarili ko at yung identity ko dun sa sitwasyon na yon? If I failed, yun na ba ako? No, I don't think so. Kapag may buhay, may pag-asa pa, niniwala ako doon. Number two is, how do I see others? How do I see others? Teka, baka may insecurity yan, kaya masungit. Kanina po, while I was buying ng coffee kanina, yung tindero masungit. Teka, gusto kong patulan eh, pero hindi. I have to compose myself. Kasi baka magkaroon ng diskusyon pa doon. Ayoko yun. At inisip ko na lang kanina, teka, baka may dinadala siya. At may dinadala nga. Kasi pagod na daw siya at ang dami niya mga orders. And then I said, thank you so much po. Sometimes, you have to understand these people. And that will keep you composed. Bakit? Baka may dinadala siya, may problema sa pamilya, may problema sa pera, may problema sa sarili, may problema sa asawa, may problema sa trabaho, natanggal, may sakit, hindi ko alam. But you have to know the situation. Or you have to see others na parang, teka, baka may dinadala. Diba? And next one is, how do others see me? Diba? How do others see me? Alam niyo po, bilang leader, bilang boss, bilang manager, maganda, alam din natin, paano ba tayo tignan ng mga tropa natin? Nakikita ba nila na parang masungit tayo lagi, na parang lagi tayong bad trip, or... Kasi, that will keep you composed eh. I'm not trying to say na i-please mo sila, di ba? I'm not trying to say na gawin mo yung gusto nilang mangyari. You have to be firm pa rin. But sometimes, you have to know kung anong inisip din ng ibang tao sa'yo. When it comes, of course, sa performance mo, baka naman talagang mainitin ang ulo mo. Baka naman talagang masungit ka. And you have to improve doon sa part na yun. Kasi mas maganda talaga kung hindi masungit yung isang boss. Yes, firm, pero loving. Pwede naman yun eh. Di ba? Kaya lagi ko pong sinasabi sa mga youth namin, hey, wala kayong ibang pakikinggan. Kundi yung, by the way, ito sa team ninyo. Yung response at yung opinions and yung feedbacks ng teams ninyo. Bakit? Naniniwala ako kapag nasa isang team, hindi niya sisiraan yung isang team. Kung talagang nasa normal na pag-iisip yan. Di ba? So, wala kang ibang pakikinggan pagdating sa feedback, pagdating sa opinion, kundi yung nasa team mo. Yun ang una mong pakikinggan. Of course, we have to consider yung mga suggestions ng ibang tao, pero ang una mong pakikinggan, yung loob ng team mo. Bakit? Kasi alam nila yung nangyari sa loob. In and out, on the inside and on the outside, they know what is happening on the inside, and they see the bigger picture, and you have to reflect sometimes. Most of the time, you have to ask their opinions and suggestions. So, maganda po yung part na, hey, how do others see this team? How do others see me? How do others see my attitude? And sometimes, mahalaga yun. And sometimes, mahalaga yung part na, alright, medyo masungit nga ako sa part na yun. I have to improve. But of course, as you improve, you have to compose yourself. Alright? And of course, lagi nyo pong tatandaan ito kasi our perspective determines how far our relationship will develop. Diba? Nasa perspective yan eh. Teka, bakit niya ako sinungitan? Teka, bakit ba niya ako dinala dito? Teka, bakit di niya ako sinama dito? He wants to improve. He wants me to improve my skill or my leadership, something like that. And yung pong part na yun, mahalaga kasi yung perspective eh. Kasi, bakit kaya nagkaroon ng ganitong sitwasyon? Now, maganda ang perspective natin is that, see that as an opportunity to show kindness and improvement and love maybe and understanding. Diba? So, makukompose mo yung sarili mo na, ang ganda ng part nito, makukompose mo yung sarili mo pag nakikita mo yung isang problema at isang sitwasyon, as opportunity. Teka, opportunity to para mag-improve ako. Yes, nakaka-bad trip yung taong ito, nakaka-bad trip itong sitwasyon na to, but this is an opportunity to stay composed. At dito ako lalakas. It's a matter of perspective. It's a matter of perspective. Diba? And always remember, ang relasyon po natin sa bawat isa is a process. Is a process. Wala pong overnight. Pero kasi nakaka-bad trip din talaga, no? Aminin po natin. No? Yes, walang overnight, walang 1 taon, walang 5 taon. Pero may mga nakaka-bad trip talaga na ilang taon mo nang kasama. Alam mo na yung puso mo, alam na nila yung heart mo, alam na nila yung work, paulit-ulit na lang. Pero ang sungit, may insecurity, o may offendicitis, mabilis ma-offend. Lord, papaano na to? Should I give up? Should I give up these people? Doon na papasok yung part na pagiging persistent. Pero ulitin ko po, kaya nang sabi ko, go with the movers. Go with those passionate and purposeful people. Go with those compassionate people. Hindi ko sinasabing pabayaan nyo sila. Diba? Hindi ko sinasabing pakawalan nyo na sila. Still trust them. You have to be a people believer. Diba? Ako po, people believer ako even though yun ang natutunan ko sa tatay ko eh, may isang nagtiwala sa'yo, magtiwala ka ng magtiwala na magtiwala na magtiwala. Okay? But of course, ulitin ko po, you have to go with the movers. Don't let those insecure people and the people who annoyed you na mapabagal at slow down yung productivity mo. Diba? Dahil lang hindi mo makompose at na-annoy ka. Kasi if you are annoyed already, if you are distracted already, sinasabi ko sa'yo, that would slow down your productivity. So, stay composed para hindi ka talo, hindi sila talo, hindi talo yung kumpanya, hindi talo yung church, hindi talo yung pamilya mo. Kasi, tingnan nyo ito ba? Tingnan nyo ito. Maraming natutuwa kapag nadi-divide yung isang party, nadi-divide yung isang grupo, nadi-divide yung isang group. Hindi dapat tayong matuwa doon. Tingnan nyo mas masaya, mas marami. Pag na-divide ito, dalawa, parehas na talo. At yung nasa paligid nito, parehas na talo. Kaya, ang ganda nitong topic natin, ang ganda nitong episode natin, you have to compose yourself. Okay? Paano mag-compose ng sarili? As I end, you have to be persistent and you have to pray. Kanina, I was praying, Lord, please, compose me. Please. In spirit, in stature, especially mindset, Lord. Yung mental health ko, Lord, leader ako. Yung puso ko, Ingatan niyo po, Panginoon. Lord, yung mindset ko, please, give me peace. And early this morning, I was just productive. Because I asked the Lord, Lord, I want to be productive and I want to compose myself. No hurt. Learn to let go. Diba? May mga bagay po na talagang, hey, you have to learn to let go. Let go of these things na nagpapabagal sa'yo. Diba? Please, kayo rin po, especially mga leaders at mga membro ng pamilya. Learn how to be composed. Huwag kayo magpadala sa sitwasyon, huwag kayo magpadala sa emosyon, huwag kayo magpadala sa diskusyon. But you have to compose yourself to be productive. All right? And that's all for now. And thank you so much for listening and joining with us. Salamat po, and see you soon. God bless you.